Our today's topic is about solid state. This is the chapter of class 12th, chapter 1st, solid state, and let's begin. Because this is a theoretical chapter, that's why I am not teaching it on board, I am teaching it on in book. Okay, so let's start. What is solid? The solid are state which have definite volume and definite shape. What it means? That if we put a solid in a container like in a bowl or in a glass, it will not acquire the shape of glass or the bowl. Okay, it remain in its own shape which it has. Okay, if it is square, so it will remain square. It is rectangular, so it will remain rectangular. If we put some liquid in a different shape container like in cylindrical, in a square container, in a glass, in a bowl, so it will acquire, it will take the shape of that container. Okay, so this will not done in solid. This will only going on in liquid. So that's why solid has on its own fixed volume and definite shape. Next is, what are the characteristics of solid? So now here characteristics property of solids are, first point is here that solid are rigid. So they are rigid. Rigid means they are hard and they have definite shape and mass. As I have told you, they have their own definite shape and mass. Mass means weight. They have definite volume and also they have definite volume. They irrespective of shape or size of the container, as I have told you that it will not going to occupy the shape of container. It will not depend on any kind of container's shape. It will depend on the solid. Okay, so solid has its own definite volume. Now the intermolecular distance in solid are short and intermolecular force are strong. So it is in this way that solid has molecules which are very close to each other. Okay, that's why they have very less intermolecular distance and they have very strong force of attraction because they are very close to each other. Next point is the constituent particles. If solid is made up of atom, ion or molecule, so these are its constituent particles of solid and have fixed position and only oscillate at their mean position. So they have their fixed position and they oscillate at their mean position only. Next, solid are almost incompressible. It means that if we take gas in this container and we apply some pressure by piston, so it will compress, it will gonna to compress. Now gas remain here, it is now compressed. Okay, but if we putting here liquid or solid, so this piston can't compress it, it can't apply pressure on it. Okay, so this is incompressibility of solid because gases molecules are very distinct from each other. So that's why we can apply pressure to make them closure like this. Now they are closure because of some pressure applied, but solid particles are already very close to each other, so we can't apply any kind of pressure to make them more closure because they are already closure. There is no intermolecular space between them, about negligible. That's why their incompressibility is also negligible. The density of solid is greater than the liquid and the gases. So what do you mean by density? We are not going to talk about formula here. We are going to learn what is density in our daily life. So we are taking example of two areas which are equal areas. Okay, there are 10 people are living and there are only 6 people are living. So in a particular area, how many people are living? If we take it about solid, so in a particular size of solid, how many molecules are there? If there are more molecules in that smaller area, so that density is higher. Okay, if we take here this area for solid, liquid and gas, so in particular area the molecules of solid are like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, I am making here 11 molecules, okay, but this is for solid. And in the same this area the liquid molecules are 1 2 3 4 5 6, only 6, because they have intermolecular space between them, okay. Now for gases, these molecules are only 1 or 2, it may be 1 2 or 3 only, because they are gases have very large intermolecular space between them, okay. So the density of solid is higher in that particular area, the which state has more molecules. So solid has more molecules, higher molecules, that's why it has higher density. Now solid diffuse very slowly as comparison to liquid and the gases. So what is diffusion? Diffusion is the process by which the particles can move from their high concentration to lower concentration, okay. So if we spray perfume in a particular room, so its smell comes to the another room also, and outside the house also sometimes. So if we cooking something in kitchen, so its smell also comes out in another rooms, okay. So this is because of diffusion. So gas diffuse very fast because they move randomly, their particles move randomly, they have kinetic energy. But liquid has somehow lower diffusion with comparison to gases, and the diffusion in solid is very negligible, it is almost negligible, because solid particles are very closer to each other, they have very strong force of attraction between them, so they can't diffuse. Next point is, most solid become liquid when we heat them. So here if we take solid and liquid and gases, so if we want to convert solid into liquid, we take example like ice into water, so we have to apply heat, we have to give heat, increase in temperature. Then to convert liquid into gas, we also have to apply heat, and then we want to go backward direction, gas to liquid, we have to cool it, and then liquid to solid, we also have to cool it, okay. So whenever we want to form solid to convert into liquid or liquid to convert into gas, we have to break their intermolecular force of attraction, that's why we need some energy which is provided by heat energy. So the process of converting solid into liquid, it is known as melting. This process is known as melting, and the temperature, particular temperature at which the solid is going to melt into liquid, that particular temperature is known as melting point, and this vary with the different kind of solid. Particular solid have particular melting point. So that's all about today. We have learned about what is solid, its definition, and the characteristics property of solid. In our next video, we will learn about crystalline solid and amorphous solid, their details and difference between them and similarity between them. So we are now continuing this chapter of the chemistry, okay. So stay tuned for more videos. So if you like my video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel and share it with your friends, and keep learning. Thank you for watching.